Okay. Hi, guys. These were the sentences we had today. How do you prevent that type of thing? What sort of things do you do to get around that? Okay, so maybe there's some problem or obstruction or something. How do you prevent that problem from happening? This one came up a lot too. This is from many of the recordings I've listened to. What did you do for your undergraduate degree? What did you get your degree in? What was your major? What was your major in college or university? What did you study in university? All these questions you can use. This one I think is the most polite. Right? Check the chord. This morning when the class started, I couldn't get the projector. The projector wasn't working. So I came upstairs, I got some batteries from Jungshik, and then I went back downstairs, and I checked the cord, and it needed to be plugged in all the way. Jim and I will talk about this in the video for the Chicago O'Hare incursion on Thursday. Anyway, you have to make sure that the cord is firmly attached, all right, and you have to make sure that there's no problem with the cord. All right. Here I got some pictures. Make sure the plug is all the way in. Remember, this is an electrical outlet, not a consent. It's confusing because this is a plug and this is a plug. But this is the electrical outlet and this is the plug. But sometimes people will say, hey, I can't find the plug. Where's it? Is there one on the wall? Also, after the groups, I ask, what did you guys come up with in your groups? What did you discuss? What did you guys discuss in your groups? What did you talk about? Come up with is think of ideas and stuff. Minglak, what is the context of this situation? We talked about the A380 traffic jam, and I gave a little background information. In what context would you use that word? In what type of situation would you use that word? I also had this one. Yeah, tell me about it. It means I agree, especially after something's annoying. Oh, I get so annoyed with Steve. Yeah, tell me about it. He drives me crazy. Right. We talked about the difference here between on, to, and off. On your left, do you see the A380 on your left? Do you see the A380 to your left? Do you see the A380 off to your left? Again, this one, on, maybe like on top of you, maybe a little bit closer. See him to my left, maybe direct line of sight, or maybe a direct direction. I see him off to my left. Yeah, he's over there kind of separated, right? But all three, and there's also I see him off on my left. This works too. Again, just the nuance is different. Get marked off for, get dinged, get hit on, or get a hit on. Actually, this has a couple meanings, but the one is I took the English speaking exam. I did all right in the grammar section, but I got marked off for my pronunciation. Right. I got dinged for my pronunciation. I got dinged on my pronunciation. Remember, this one is stronger. At what age do you guys get your driver's license? How old are you? How old are you guys when you start driving? Well, I was 20 years old when I got my driver's license, or when I started driving. And I told the story of no car equals no life. By the way, this movie is about that. This is like a really old movie, but this came out when I was almost 16. No, when I was about 16. 16? I don't quite remember, but this was a few years before I got my license, so I was pretty excited. But that's kind of what this is all about. Hands down, no protest. Absolutely, I agree. Hands down, Dokdo belongs to Korea. Don't even talk about it belonging to Japan. Pushing it, taking little risks, maybe not getting, it's not so good. I said, hey guys, at the break ends at 10:04, come back. So I look at the clock and say, okay, 10:03, you guys are pushing it. Another one, confused. Wow, what he said confused me. It really threw me off. Okay, really threw me off. It means confused. Wow, that really threw me up. It threw me off. It means make me confused. Throw up is tohata. Here's an example. Let's say you take a passenger and you do a loop. Woo! And the passenger's like, huh, what? Gets kind of confused. Come down on means criticize. Okay. Well, he wasn't trying to criticize me. He just came down a little hard on me. I think in the video, Jim wasn't really criticizing. Well, he was criticizing the controller, but maybe he could say, well, I didn't mean to come down so hard on her. Right? This guy was coming right at me, straight at me. When you have to and at, to is more direct. At is like you want to hurt them. Throw to. Here you go. Throw at. Kabang. Okay. So I said, like a high school student in the U.S. would say, I almost got in a wreck this morning on the way to school. Right. This guy came right at me. I was driving down Adams Street, and this guy was coming right at me. And at the last minute, he just veered off the road and hit the guardrail. Here's a picture of that. Just veered off the road and bang, hit the guardrail. Oh, that's nice, but let's get to the point. At the end of the day, the most important thing is our, I need to write budget. How much will this end up costing? Should say budget. At the end of the day, it means in the final sum. Remember, Koreans often use like the result was too much. All right. When will this is another example sentence. When will the video be ready? Well, it'll be at least a half an hour. All right. There's also that song in Les Mis, at the end of the day or another day older. Da-da-dum. Okay. Drop the ball equals fail. Everybody's watching you and you fail. I dropped the ball. You really dropped the ball on that one. Go down the list, go down the aisle, go down the rows. The cabin crew, they go down the rows or up the rows and ask each of the passengers, would you like something to drink? Would you like something to drink? Oh, from up here, from where I'm seated, from where I'm sitting. From my vantage point, I can't really see what's happening, right? From my vantage point, I can't really see what's happening.